Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another Versus Beers with me, Peter, the master of Hoppets. Today battling two classic beer styles from modern breweries, 2 cans of Helles. Helles Lager in steins, and I didn't bother filming a pour. You could see the stream of beer. It was pale yellow. It's what's expected. I just want to drink from the steins, just because. And it's kind of fair because both are in steins as well. Even though this is a slightly smaller, this is 0.4, this is half a liter. You can also see the head on this one, not the other one. But we're battling from Germany, FrauGruber's Helles against the Swedish collaboration Helles, Lucy, made between Omnipollo and OO Brewing. Gotta give a shout out to both Jenny and Johan for this one, because they actually sent a can each of them. And this is dope stuff. This one I've never had. I've had a couple of FrauGruber beers, they're quite nice. But it's fun to see them actually also put out a Helles. This was also decently priced, but much more expensive than the classical Helles from classic breweries. At least if you buy them in Germany. I don't know what this was in Germany, but this was just Danish beer prices. I don't know anything about hops or anything on Lucy, because I couldn't find any online. But it's 5%, and the Helles from FrauGruber is 4.8, so a little less alcohol. But the hops in this is Hallertau Mittelfrüh, Hallertau Select, Hallertau Hersbrucker. So loads of different Hallertau variants. And then they use Steffi, malt, and regional Eigenanbau, whatever that means. For malt, Eigenanbau. But yeah, hops and yeast. So Helles, if you don't know, guys, it's the South German lager, what a lot of people drink down there. Not as hoppy as a Pilsner, but it can have, especially not bitterness, but it can often have a decent amount of late hop character. And yeah, I think Helles is very nice. So I often prefer a little bit more bitter to my lagers, but Helles is very good. So I think we'll start with the FrauGruber just because it's a notch lower in ABV. In terms of age, they're very close. They're about the same date. So yeah. Just a month in between each other, so that's pretty good. But yeah, let's figure out how this is. It's pale yellow. I can see that from here. The head on FrauGruber's Helles subsided a bit quicker, but let's check out the aroma. This smells like what I want after a long day at work, which it was today. It's very peppery. It's funny. Hersbrucker is really shining for me. Mittelfrüh is my favorite of the variants of Hallertau they use. It's just because it's so much more floral and citric. But that really spicy, almost like earthy, woody character of Hersbrucker is also in there. But it's actually nice. It's nice because you get a good amount of complexity. It's fun. Like you get like these different more earthy notes and all that. Paired with a bit of a bright hop character too. It smells nice. And fairly hoppy. A nice sweet bready kind of maltiness underneath. That like nice Pilsner malt aroma. I have something in my throat. I don't know what it is. Something from dinner, I think. I'm not sure. It smells nice. Let's try it. See if I can get that down. Ah. That's very good. That's a very nice Helles. It does look like it's slightly hazy, but who cares? I'm drinking it out of a stein. Yeah, hop flavor, spicy, especially on the back end. Light bitterness. There's actually a little bit more bitterness than I expected. I wonder how many IBUs it is. It's not like it's crazy bitter, but there is a bit to it. I don't know if it's all the way in like a Pilsner bitterness, but there is a little bit more than I expected. It's got that spicy hop character, that peppery black pepper and earthy woody hop character, especially on the aftertaste. But definitely also some nice citrus and floral vibes. Like an elderflower or something. Yeah. Very nice Helles. Pretty much what you expect. Very silky, Smooth mouthfeel, higher on the carbonation. Some of the South German variants are very low on the carbonation, but it's got a little bit more of this one, so it's a bit spritzy, but like very smooth, velvety kind of body to it. Nice, sweet, doughy, bready malt character, crackery kind of malt character to it. It's exactly what you expect. I see some very nice lacing on the side of the glass too, but let's try and move on to the other contestant here, Lucy from Sweden. Brewing. I thought when they did this collab, when I had it the first time on tap in Sweden, nailed it. I thought this was one of the best European Helles, or European, like Scandinavian Helles attempts. It was really good, and Ekta is one of my all-time favorite craft pilsners, so I'm expecting a lot because it says Brewing. We already had this in the live stream we did with Swedish beer a little while back, but it's going to be fun to try with a fresh palate. In terms of color, I can't see anything because there's much more head on this one, but let's check out the aroma. Yeah, okay, so this is also more filled to the brim, so it's a bit harder to get in there and smell, but I think this has like a bit more of a cereal grain thing to it. It's a bit more malty and more grassy and more citric. It doesn't have that same kind of woody, spicy, almost like herbal thing, and earthy thing. And so this one. But it's really hard smelling Helles from Stein, especially when they're this full. It's actually an Omnipollo Stein too. Yeah, I mean, again, bready, doughy, with a bit more of a bright hop character. It smells really nice too. Let's check out Lucy. Cheers. As soon as that beer entered my mouth, I knew which one I preferred. As very first sip. Very, 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 very first sip. I knew which one I preferred. Slightly soapy almost hop characters. You sometimes get that too. This, to me, almost feels more like a classic Helles than this. Mainly also because the mouthfeel on this is better. It's very velvety and it's not crazy carbonated. I feel like this one has a good kick of carbonation. Cases and fizzes. Helles can have a good amount of carbonation, but I actually prefer it when it's a little bit softer. If it's a North German Pilsner, it's like more snappy and dry, I prefer more hazy carbonation. But this is quite hazy. This is much more soft, very velvety mouthfeel. And it's so fragrant. It's really good. Actually, also one of the better Helles I've had in a long time is from Ebertoft. That fresh is so dope. It's so, this is so citric, really lemony and really floral, loads of elderflower. I wonder if they use Mittelfoy as one of the hoppings in this one. Underlying spiciness too, but nowhere near as much as this, and not as much, spicy and woodsy and earthy things. And it's also it's got a generic soft fruitiness, which could be from hops, and then it's a little maybe less snappy, but this one also feels more snappy because it's got more carbonation. This has more complexity. Oh, what a beautiful Helles. Really nice malt character as well. It's a bit more cereal, kind of grainy, just a little bit, but it has the same kind of doughy, bready malt feel. I actually like the malt backbone on this more than this, but all in all, what gets me is the hops. And the hops I prefer more in Lucy, the hop character. So for me, Lucy is going to be the winner. I think this is the better beer of these two. They're very close. They're very, very, very close. The reason why and this is fantastic Helles, this is the reason why I prefer this over this, is that hop character is a bit different. Yeah. Man, this is good. Oh, I love a good lager so much. It's fun just how that changed. Just wanting IPAs and stuff like this all the time. So the more this sits and the more the CO2 dies down, it's a bit more quaffable. Actually, sipping on it now, I'm getting more similar bright characters as this one. This is really hard. I think if you did this blind, it would be really hard to see if it's two different beers, at least if they stood in the glass for a bit. This is also a little bit more bitter. It's totally fine. They're not crazy bitter at all. No way near, the North German Pilsners, as people say, or just like a Pilsner is usually more bitter than this. I just really enjoy the softness and more pronounced fruitiness of this one more. Yeah, it also has a little bit of a peppery thing, but it's not a lot. Fuck, but both are great hitters. And like, this video is 10 minutes, and I've drunk almost all of it already. Like, I wasn't planning on, drinking it that fast, but it just goes down a treat. 440 cans, but they're like 4 or 5%, so you can easily have, one of each. Lucy's the winner. There you go. Ratings, I'm going to go like a 92 for Lucy and a straight 90 for the Helles from FrauGruber. Both are fantastic Helles lagers. Really, really good. Worth a shot, both of them for sure. I don't know if this is a permanent rotation from FrauGruber. I hope it is, because they make a lot of pays and all that, but if they do a dead-on Helles like this, that would be really cool. But I'd imagine in Germany, a brewery like these guys would do more just the IPAs and everything, because it's hard in that market to put out another Helles. I think they're based in near Donau. See, the Donau River. Oh, where's that? I can't remember exactly. But getting into the market in Germany with more Helles is much harder because there's so much of it so cheap already and well done. So it's quite more difficult. But I really like that they actually did one too at FrauGruber, even though they're very famous for their IPAs and whatnot, which are also very nice. But yeah, this time around, Omnipollo and OO Brewing won. It's probably just, Otto knows his shit with these beers. He makes some fantastic lagers in my mind. Also, I don't know about Henrik. Henrik is, I don't know how much he's brewed lagers, but he's really good at all the crazy adjuncty stuff. But this is just, so nice. They also do, what did Henrik do? He did the Leon as a pale ale, right? And the, what's the one with the blue label? One of the original ones. I can't remember. Leon and Masserin. No, Leon was that one, like the built-in pale ale thing. And Masserin, those are not like crazy beers. But yeah, very good stuff. I've been wrangling for way too long, longer than I wanted to. But yeah, 92 for Lucy, 90 for FrauGruber's Helles. And yeah, guys, if you had a favorite of these two, let me know which one it was. Thanks a ton to both Jenny and Johan for supplying some awesome, fresh Lucy from Omnipollo and OO Brewing. And yeah, do you have a favorite Helles? I'd love to know. Something I should check out and review? Let me know. And as always, guys, remember to check out the Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Remember to ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and delicious Helles lager. And see you guys in another video.